And if you are making plans for the next couple days, plan on the rain chances increasing. I think it will be a little wet out there at times today and tomorrow, maybe even a lot wet. Rain chances increasing a bit. Showers and storms could start to fire up again this afternoon, this evening. Tropical Depression 7 is passing south of the valley, so a good 100 miles or more, too far away to give us any strong winds if they do develop, especially if it develops into a tropical storm. But a good thing is not as hot around here for a change. Our string of 100-degree temperatures not coming back for a while. Tropical Depression 7, as you see currently, it is on the satellite spinning its way to the southeast of the valley. Upgraded to a tropical depression this morning, could become a tropical storm later this evening. You can see it's in a good position to give us some heavy rain at times, because when a storm passes south of us, the circulation goes around like this, as you see, and then that brings the tropical moisture across the north side and gives us some showers and storms. So not nonstop heavy rain or anything like that, but you might get caught in a few bursts of heavier rain and thunderstorms briefly, which could add up to a couple inches or more here and there. So a small risk for some flash flooding in the next couple days, but not widespread or like it was several months ago type flooding. Here we go with the tropics and Tropical Depression 7. Winds at 37 or 35 miles per hour, moving west at 7 miles per hour. Forecast to kind of move west, and as we showed you earlier, moving into Mexico. Maybe as a weak tropical storm by tomorrow evening, then weakening back to a tropical depression by Thursday morning. But you see, still at this distance, and by the time it starts to curve maybe a little farther north, it's weakening. Again, any direct impacts from any strong winds potentially not coming here. But with the position it's in, it does throw some maybe more numerous showers and storms our way. Valley's pretty quiet right now. A couple showers just starting to come back near the coast. If we zoom in, you'll see around South Padre Island, Port Isabel, some moderate rain showers, we'll call them, moving on through. No lightning or anything like that, but I think maybe the rain increases more by this evening and early tonight across the area. When we zoom out, you'll see there are some bands of some rain and more clusters of some heavier rain well to the south. So some of this heavier rain may try to move into parts of the valley, especially Cameron County, late this afternoon and evening. We're talking, I think, probably after about 4 or 5 o'clock into the evening hours when the rain could start to pick up a bit. But until then, the next few hours, mainly just a few light to moderate showers around. Future Track does still say that we could get some decent rainfall totals overall. When you look at the rain forecast through tonight and tomorrow, you see the rainfall totals heaviest in Cameron County and kind of spread a little bit inland more during the day tomorrow. So again, don't pay attention to the specific amounts, but you get the general trend here that there is a potential for many areas to get maybe a couple inches of rain overall, plus or minus some. If you look at these darker reddish areas, that's where it says more than 2.5 inches, which are in a few spots. So again, maybe a few local areas get 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, or a little more just in tiny spots. But I think overall, a lot of places maybe get an inch or two or less. But still, just a little burst of heavier rain around the next couple of days into Wednesday night, and kind of starts to decrease during the day on Thursday, and then much quieter everywhere by Friday. It isn't too hot though. 80 in Weslaco, only 79 in Raymondville, Port Isabel, and in Harlingen, 87 in Rio Grande City. But enough clouds around today. It's probably going to be hard to get out of the 80s in most places. Future Track does show, again, limited showers early this afternoon, but more numerous potentially by this evening. I think it's maybe underdoing the rain a little bit, but you get the idea. It shows some showers and storms mostly in the lower valley this evening, trying to spread westward more so tonight and tomorrow. So don't be surprised to see a few more thunderstorms overnight in some areas, like we saw early this morning near the coast and in Cameron County. If you were up early this morning, the lightning thunder probably woke you up. And then tomorrow, still some showers and storms in spots as the day goes on, and probably another semi-cool day when it probably won't get out of the 80s most everywhere. By Thursday, by then, remember the tropical depression or storm or whatever it is inland and weakening, but still enough moisture around for maybe a few showers or storms at times on Thursday. And then I think finally by Friday, we're getting back to not a lot going on. Now at the coast, if there are any, I guess, effects you see from the storm or depression, it will be at the coast. The northeasterly winds just picking up a little bit, 10 to 20 knots from the northeast today. A small craft advisory in effect on the Gulf waters. A low tide right in about a half hour or so, 20 minutes, and a high tide this evening. That's when, if the water does start to come up a little higher, you want to pay attention this evening if you're at the island, with seas of 5 to 7 feet, but also maybe a little push of some water and some bigger waves at times because of that disturbance nearby. Today, a high in the 80s, 88 for an average, but some areas may only get to like 82, 84 most of this afternoon. Depends if you're under the thicker clouds and some showers and storms. By tonight, down to 76 degrees. Showers and storms still, I think, probably hitting their high point today, later in the day into the evening hours. So if you are working or doing something outside right now, probably not much going on for any bursts of heavy rain the next few hours, but I think later this evening it could be some thunderstorms and showers coming in from the Gulf. And then first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast. 80s or so again tomorrow, back to near 90 on Thursday. After that, we're back into not a totally dry pattern, but not a really wet pattern. We're probably looking at just a few isolated showers or a storm in spots each afternoon, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, with high temperatures back in the 90s and lows in the 70s. We'll keep tracking the tropical moisture in your first 1-5 forecast here on Channel 5 News at noon.